Now, your top campus stories with Evan Rosenick and Olivia Felix. Weather with Maddox Emmerich, and BNN Blitz with Eli Bennis and Marissa Day. This is Blue Gold News Now.
Good evening, I'm Evan Rosenick.
And I'm Liv Felix.
Coming up tonight, a Valentine's Day event that had couples hooked.
A student petition and protest.
And your weekly recap of Blue Gold Sports on BNN Blitz.
But first, a documentary worth reading into. The Woodland Theater in Davies will be screening the 2025 documentary, The Librarians, The Fight Against Book Bans. The screening will be held on Thursday, February 19th. It is free to attend and all are welcome. Doors will open at 5:30 p.m. where food will be served. Opening remarks and a panel discussion will follow at 6 p.m. and the film will begin at 6:30. There will be another discussion after the film concludes around 7:45. The showing is sponsored by Aspiring Educators, College of Health and Human Services, and McIntyre Library.
The Mark Stephen Cosby Honors College here at UWEC is hosting their semi-annual honors course preview this Thursday, February 19th. Students of the Honors College will be able to chat with professors and learn about the upcoming honors courses for fall 2026, including some brand new options to choose from. Free pizza will be offered, and students can enter raffles for UWEC merch and other prizes. Following the course preview, the honors course catalog will be released, detailing the offered courses for those who are unable to attend the event. The honors course preview will take place from 5:30 to 7 p.m. in the McIntyre Library breezeway located on the second floor.
Calling all history buffs, the history enthusiasts of UW-Eau Claire are hosting History of the World Big or Small event. Join them in talking about two lesser-known countries, Andorra and Seychelles. You will explore their ancient political and cultural history, followed by themed and random cahoots. The event is free to attend and will be held on Friday, February 20th from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in Centennial Hall, room 1924. For more information, please visit bluegoldconnect.uwec.edu. Last Saturday, a somewhat fishy event took place on the ice.
BNN reporter Simon Schaefer has more on the story.
Thank you, Liv and Evan. The 13th annual Jigs Up Ice Fishing Contest took place last Saturday on Lake Wissota near Chippewa Falls. With warmer weather than typical, the turnout for the event was large, with trucks and trailers as far as the eye could see. Despite the warmth, the ice was thick enough that there was no danger posed to anyone, and so the contest began at 7 a.m., with anglers drilling holes and lowering their lines with hopes of winning. The prizes included a 2-year lease on a brand new Ford F-150 truck, with a secondary raffle that had a UTV as a top prize. Families and friends alike turned up for the event, coming together to talk and bond. For many people, that was the draw of the event. I spoke to 2 community members on the ice about why they came to the contest.
I'm competitive, so I like to have a chance at maybe winning something, but you know, we have a lot of friends out here and it's just fun to drive around, talk to everybody, and just to be with friends.
This event, hosted by UWEC Recreation, Blue Gold Athletics, and the Lake Wissota Lions, brings in tens of thousands of dollars every year to help fund Blue Gold events. This money helps keep the student body, and keeps the athletics program at UWEC flourishing for years to come. Back to you, Liv and Evan.
Thanks, Simon. This Friday, February 20th, and Saturday, February 21st, Memorial High School will be holding an Italian dinner at the Florian Gardens to raise funds for the school's orchestra program. Memorial High School's Old Abe Orchestra, Chamber Orchestra, and Concert Orchestra will be performing throughout the night with special guest performances from UWEC's own violinist Christine Harda-Lee and cellist Nathaniel Pierce. Silent auctions and raffles will also be held during the event, with all proceeds going to support the students of the orchestras. The doors will open at 5 p.m., music will begin at 5:30, and dinner will begin at 6. Tickets are available for $25 online at dhetickets.com.
A beginner-friendly pet painting class is being held in Banbury Place this Saturday, February 21st from 10 a.m. until noon. Create a cartoon-stylized version of your furry friend by learning basic painting techniques to unleash your creativity. Participants are required to email the host a photo of their pet upon ticket purchase, so the host can create a step-by-step template specialized for you. Tickets are $45 and the workshop is available for ages 16 and up. For more information, please visit volume1tickets.org. On Friday, February 13th, UW-Eau Claire students gathered under the University Arch and marched to Schofield Hall with a petition to keep ICE off campus in hand. They delivered it to Interim Chancellor Mike Carney.
BNN reporter Evan Harton has more on this story.
Thank you, Evan and Liv. The march organized by the Young Democratic Socialists of America, or YDSA, took place outside, starting at the University Arch. It began at 11:30 a.m. and students marched to the front entrance of Schofield Hall, where they met with the interim chancellor to give them their petition. The march included sidewalk chalking on the way to express anti-ICE sentiments and for students to share their voices and concerns. I spoke with Max Steiner and Hannah Lucas-Lyric about the petition and what it means for the university.
We want to keep this a sanctuary campus, which basically means that the campus police and the university itself will not share any information about student housing, about maybe what classes a student would be in at a given time, so that ICE agents couldn't come in and start arresting our fellow students.
This petition includes requests for meaningful action to be taken, granting students more transparency about what's going on regarding ICE and connecting people who may be affected by ICE with any available resources. This petition, drafted by the YDSA, has been in the making for about a year and has gathered over 1,000 signatures. This represents approximately 12% of the student population.
Our goal is to make sure our campus is safe from ICE and making sure that no student feels unsafe on our campus.
A lot of the students in my classes don't come from America. A lot of them are immigrants from all over, and most of them probably legal. And if you've kept up with the news at all, you would know that ICE has been arresting people who are legal, and I want to keep my fellow students safe.
The students have expressed many motivations about their choice to sign the petition. UWEC student Caden Doe shares his thoughts on the recent events.
Because it's what I stand for as a person, it aligns with my beliefs. I believe that certain communities and people, well, really, and just anyone at this point is being harassed by these awful people. Like, it's not fair to see communities terrorized by such people.
The Chancellor and his administrative team have yet to issue any response regarding the petition or the sidewalk chalking. For BNN, I'm Evan Harton. Back to you, Evan and Liv.
Thanks, Evan. BNN will be right back after this break.
Stick around for your weather forecast and an update on Blue Gold Sports on BNN Blitz.
Hi, I'm Chancellor Mike. Please don't click the link.
We're data security. Please don't click the link.
Thank you, Evan and Liv. Good evening. I'm future forecaster Maddox Emmerich with your weather report tonight. We've had a warm but gloomy week so far, and this would have been where I complained about the incessant puddles around campus if not for the seemingly random burst of rain and snow we got yesterday. I know for sure that I didn't expect it after having a week in the 40s for the first time in what seems like forever. I hope that your walks to class were less soaking than mine, and that the wind didn't blow the snow directly into your face as it did to mine. Today, we're looking at a high of 34, a low of 23, and an average temperature of 30. For those of you who have gotten used to the warm spell we've been having, you are unfortunately in for a surprising and frigid weekend. On Friday, we will have a high of 29 and a low of 18, and it will only get colder into the weekend, with Saturday having a high of 26 and a low of 13, and Sunday having a high of 22 and a low of 8. It'll warm up a bit on Monday with a high of 24 and a low on 13, and Tuesday we'll see a high of 37 and a low of 23. Wednesday we'll have a high of 31 and a low of 10. Looking around the area, here in Chippewa Valley, we're sitting at around 30 degrees, whereas our south in La Crosse, it's warmer at 36. Minnesota sees some similar temperatures, with Winona at 34 degrees, Rochester at 33, Mankato is similar at 32 degrees, and the city boys in Minneapolis are enjoying the exact same temperature as Mankato. Well, that's all we have for our weather report today. Tune in next week to see if our sidewalks continue to resemble kiddie pools, or if winter will make its return and give us a true Wisconsin February. I've been your future forecaster, Maddox Emmerich. Now over to Marissa and Eli for sports on BNN Blitz.
Welcome to BNN Blitz. I'm Eli Bennis.
And I'm Marissa Day with your weekly recap of Blue Gold sports action. The University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire women's hockey team earned a weekend sweep with back-to-back 5-0 shutouts over Beloit College at home. In Game 1, the Blue Golds controlled play with 52 shots on goal, jumping ahead late in the first period on Madison Krumholtz's 12th goal of the season, which stood as the game winner. UW-Eau Claire added 3 goals in the second period from Sam Moley, Kenzie Keller, and a power play tally by Lauren Ballinger. Krumholtz scored again in the third to secure the 5-0 victory, finishing with 2 goals and 2 assists, while goaltender Tegan Swanson recorded the shutout. In Game 2, UW-Eau Claire struck early with a first-period goal from McKenna Sandberg and extended the lead in the second period with goals by Ava Johansson and Kenzie Keller. The Blue Golds pulled away in the third as Krumholtz scored at even strength and Adrian Hansen added a power play goal. Goaltender Alexa Backman made 10 saves to preserve the second straight shutout as UW-Eau Claire outshot Beloit 67-10. With the sweep, the Blue Golds improved to 18-6 overall and 10-1 in conference play, while Beloit falls to 2-21 on the season.
On Saturday, February 14th, Blue Gold men's basketball took on conference opponent UW-Whitewater in Eau Claire. The Blue Golds entered Saturday just a half game away from WIAC tournament contention. The first half featured plenty of back-and-forth scoring as both teams made their first 3 shots of the game. With around 10 minutes left in the first half, an Andre Renta jump shot gave the Blue Golds a 20-18 lead. 3 unanswered points from the Blue Golds to end the half made the score 37-35 in favor of the Blue Golds. Big man Xavier Lewis led the Blue Golds in scoring with 10 points. In the second half, improved shooting in free throws gave the Roarhawks a 61-59 lead with 7 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. With 3:17 remaining, two free throws makes from Jake Quast put the Blue Golds away for good. A Luke Reeder three-pointer with 11 seconds remaining was the only points from the Blue Golds after Quast's free throws. With the 76-68 loss, the Blue Golds will need to win their last 2 games versus UW-Platteville and UW-La Crosse, and for UW-Stott to lose their final 2 games of the regular season.
The UW-Eau Claire men's tennis team picked up 2 wins Sunday, sweeping Lawrence University 7-0 before taking down UW Superior 5-2. In the first duel, the Blue Golds won 2 of 3 double matches, with the duo of Pablo Rincon and Danilo Repecki earning a 6-2 victory, and Peyton Sheffert and Jack Michaud cruising 6-0. UW-Eau Claire then swept singles play, highlighted by straight set wins from Rincon, Emilio Monge, and Andrew Mueller, along with victories from Repecki, Logan Carroll, and Ethan Heidke to secure the 7-0 result. In the second duel, UW-Eau Claire again took 2 of 3 doubles matches. Rincon and Repecki teamed up for a 6-3 win, while Billy Hughes and Ethan Leeser also claimed a 6-3 victory. In singles, the Blue Golds won 4 of 6 matches, with Rincon, Sam Murillo, and Monge each battling to 3-set wins, and Repecki adding a straight set victory to seal the 5-2 team win. UW-Eau Claire returns to the court Saturday, February 28th, hosting Ripon College at noon.
Looking to stay undefeated on the season in dual meets, UW Eau Claire Gymnastics face Simpson College on Sunday, February 15th in Indianola, Iowa. The last times these two teams faced was last year when the Blue Golds came out on top 189.375 to 185.75. To start off the meet, Simpson scored a 48.200 in the vault, while the Blue Golds had a score of 47.675. Simpson's Kaylin Talley had the high score for both teams at 9.8. In the uneven bars, the Blue Golds gained some ground with a score of 46.950, with Simpson collecting a score of 46.825. Trailing by 0.4 points with 2 events remaining, 5 Blue Gold scores of 9.6 or higher earned on the balance beam gave the Blue Golds a score of 48.575. With Simpson finishing the balance beam with a score of 45.525, the Blue Golds went into the floor routine with the lead. For the second time on the day, Simpson's Kaylin Talley finished first, this time earning a score of 9.8 on the floor routine. Luckily for the Blue Golds, Talley's efforts weren't enough, as the Blue Golds would go on to win 190.925 to 189.1. Sunday's score for the Blue Golds represents their school record for total team score. That's all for the world of Blue Gold sports. I'm Eli Bennis.
And I'm Marissa Day. Back to you, Evan and Liv.
Gary will be asking me the questions. I'll be asking you just look at him if you guys are having a conversation. Just try to avoid the cameras. I know they're kind of right there. Yeah. But yeah, Gary will ask me a series of questions. We'll go from there. All right.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Thanks, Marissa and Eli. Well, as the Winter Olympic Games near their end, a dog from Ohio has gotten into the Winter Games spirit and is going for gold from her own home. According to ABC News, 2-year-old Vishla Ali has been so excited for the Olympics that her owners have set up an obstacle course inside the house for her to practice on. She jumps over the hurdles with such height and speed that it would be impossible for her to get anything other than a gold medal. When she's not training for the Olympics, Ali works as a therapy dog in Pittsburgh International Airport and volunteers time at her local hospital to care for those in need. Well, it's so great that dogs are getting into the competitive spirit.
Seeing a dog do that, my dog is not smart enough to do that with love, so that's actually really impressive to me, in my opinion. But
I remember it was pretty hard to train my dogs. Like my dog Chunky, rest in peace, unfortunately. But when I trained him, he would like drag me around the training grounds while I was, and Mom and Dad remember this, he was dragging me around the training grounds and like just completely misbehaving. But
being crazy.
At the end I managed to get him, he didn't pass the Canine Good Citizenship test, unfortunately, but,
oh my gosh.
But he did some funny stuff with that. Like when they came over to brush him, the judge came over to brush him, he like laid on his back and like
he just was loving it.
Yeah, he wanted so much love. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And
that's
then
cute.
I got like a special award for like going from being dragged around to getting him to actually sit still for a few minutes.
Nice.
So
proud of you. Proud of you and him.
Yeah,
so
it's great.
Okay, well, that's all we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news updates and weather.
Make sure to check us out at mytv10.uwec.edu and at UWECTV10 on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Liv Felix.
And I'm Evan Rosenick. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.